Bill, you got the link?
Pretty please.
Who can I text it to? Hang on.
Tommy,
662
469
469
1947.
1947. Done.
Oh, you're the bomb.
Waiting on the link.
The stream's up.
All right.
Whose is this right here? Last scene that was in here?
Yeah.
Top gun. Hey, where'd they go?
Oh, they're right behind you,
Are they?
supposedly. Oh no, they're over there, Steve. Straight ahead to your left. Right there. See him out there now, Phil?
Hey, you didn't come to Rose. Let me take a picture of your phone. It took like an hour to do a scene. Oh, thank you.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get you a link, Tom.
This ain't Georgia. This ain't Impact. This is Sluggers.
Yeah.
I done loaded Impact into the game and went live. I'm not. It ain't got it. I guess.
Change it. Can you change it
Yeah, I
afterwards?
can change the title.
See, look who's on my list, which is
Oh, that's fine. I mean,
I thought that's who we were supposed to play to begin with.
I'm pretty sure you were right, Steve. Like normal. I'm putting the right title up on the Facebook page.
Did you get? Are you going to YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube, I'm gonna send you a link.
Okay.
I don't choose it. Bill does all that.
All right. We already live, or we ain't got the link yet?
We're live. I just posted it to Mississippi Bombers. We're live. We're live on the broadcast.
I will. I talk to her all the time.
good.
I'll see you later.
Okay. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome into Bomber Softball. The Bombers getting ready for live game action here against this Louisville Slugger team. First pitch of the ball game is going to be to Riley Eister, number 12. It's going to be a ball low outside. It'll be 1 ball and no strikes now to Eister. Eister steps in from Hernando, Mississippi. Committed to the University, McNeese State University down in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So Eister's going to lead off the ball game and get things started for the Bombers. Second pitch to Eister's going to miss down low. The pitcher for The pitcher for the Sluggers is number 12. Two 0 pitch to Eister is going to miss down low. 3 balls and no strikes. So Eister looking to get on base here and start the ball game off for the Bombers in a positive way. 3 balls and no strikes. Meg Gatlin comes out on deck for the Bombers. A 3-0 pitch now to Eister. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. Hey Tommy, when you get that done. The 3-1 pitch to Eister is going to be ball 4, and she's going to walk her. Eister's going to draw a leadoff walk, and the Bombers have their first base runner of the ball game. Hey, when you get done with that, will you walk right there and get those brochures? You just get them out. So Eister's going to have a leadoff walk. It's going to bring in Meg Gatlin. Gatlin's batting second here in the lineup today. Gatlin had a good day yesterday at the plate for the Bombers. Eister gets a big lead over there and decides to check up. McKinley Jones comes out on deck for the Bombers. So Eister, Gatlin, and Jones, the first 3 batters due up for the Bombers. Eister looks like she's getting ready to go. There she goes. A hit and run by the Bombers, and Gatlin pulls it foul. So a little hit and run action here early in the ball game for the Bombers. Eister now lined back up at first base. The pitch to Meg Gatlin. There goes Eister, a little bunt. Here comes the third baseman. She's going to throw it in the dirt. It's going to be bobbled by the first baseman. Everybody's going to be safe. Gatlin's going to reach on an error. The third baseman had more time than she thought. Came up, made a quick throw on the run, ended up throwing it into the dirt, and the first baseman couldn't scoop it up. So an advantage there for the Bombers. The Bombers have now runners at first and second with nobody out, and the big hitter McKinley Jones at the plate. Jones had a home run yesterday, moving her total to 2 home runs, on the fall. First pitch to McKinley, fouled out of play. We now have the lineup for this Louisville Lady Slugger team. Number 12 is the pitcher. That's Tritney Bridges. Bridges, the pitcher for the Louisville Sluggers. Little change up from Bridges is called a strike. So Jones now be in the hole here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thank you, Tommy. A 1-2 pitch misses down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Game number 19 on the fall. The Bombers come into the game 10-7-1. Jones is going to foul another pitch off. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes to McKinley. Jones comes in from Vardaman High School. Jones is also committed to McNeese State University, as Eister is, and so both of them will be down in Lake Charles next year. Jones is going to swing and miss and strike out. It's going to be 1 out in the inning. Tessa Word will step in now for the Bombers. Word had a good day at the plate yesterday for the Bombers as well with a solo shot. A couple of hard hit balls by Word, so she's got a big opportunity here now. with Eister out there at second and Gatlin at first. Eister drew a leadoff walk to start the ball game. Gatlin reached on an error. Jones struck out. Now Word's at the plate. The pitch to Tessa misses way down low. There goes Eister. A good read by Eister. The ball was low in the dirt by Bridges. Took a little hop out in front of the plate, and Eister just took off, stole the base easily. So now Word with a big opportunity here. That's going to miss down low. And so everything from this pitcher, Bridges, has been low. I mean, she's bounced several balls already here in the first inning. I don't know if that's her objective. Obviously, her objective is to keep things low out of the zone, but having trouble getting them to the plate right now. Of course, you want to stay out of the wheelhouse of Word here also. You don't want to give Word anything to hit. First base is open, and I'm sure that might be what the Sluggers pitcher's thinking. They may not really want to pitch to Word very much here with first base open. The pitch to Word's going to hit her, and I don't think they really wanted to do anything with Tessa Word. Word's going to be hit by a pitch, and really no opportunity there for Word to do anything. It's going to bring in number 28. This is going to be Helsing. Helsing's going to come in and bat now, and Helsing's proved over the first 18 games of the fall here that she can get things done in these situations. Helsing leads the team in home runs for the fall. Also has got to be at the top of the list with RBIs. The first pitch to Carly is going to be up out of the zone, 1 ball and no strike. So a bases loaded opportunity here now for Carly Helsing. Helsing just recently committed to the University of Indianapolis in Indiana. That pitch is going to hit her. So Helsing's going to be hit by a pitch. And that's going to be an easy RBI for Helsing. Eister's going to come around to score from her leadoff walk. And now the Bombers lead 1-0.
Come on, Tornado, do something. Go.
So Callahan now with a big opportunity. Bases loaded, still 1 out, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Bridges. Pitch is going to miss down low. And Bridges now having trouble finding the strike zone for sure. She looks to be around a 51, 52 mile an hour pitcher at best. Then she tries to throw the little change up and just not having much success here early on. And it looks like there's going to be a pitching change now. Here comes the pitching coach for the Sluggers. And so it looks like they're going to make a pitching change here right off the bat. So
She's looking at me like she's got me in her hand.
Now to get some new pitcher, huh? What's she throwing?
yeah, I don't know.
See what it says. 55.
Who is this, 22? Samantha Schaefer. So number 22, Samantha Schaefer, is going to come in now. A quick pitching change here for the Sluggers. Bridges had no success at all. And so it's going to bring in Schaefer now. Schaefer will be the new pitcher. Schaefer's going to be the new pitcher, and Callahan's going to be her first batter. And Callahan now looking here, might want to take a chance, look at this very first pitch, because Schaefer's going to try to get ahead because Bridges wasn't having any luck. And so Schaefer may give you one good pitch right here, right off the bat. Bases loaded, 1 out for Callahan. The pitch to Callahan ripped into right field. That's exactly what we were thinking. A first pitch swinging is Callahan. Gatlin's going to score. Jones is going to score. Here comes Helsing.
Yeah! No!
Woo! A 3-run double for Callahan. So Callahan was thinking just exactly what we were thinking here. Jump on that first pitch from Schaefer. And Callahan greets her with a triple down the right field line. Give Callahan 3 RBIs on the play. Just what the doctor ordered for the Bombers. As Gatlin came around to score, Word scored, and then Helsing scored. 4-0 Bombers here in the top of the first inning. That's going to be put into play to third baseman. She's going to look at third. Callahan made her look at her real hard over there at third, and the third baseman took too long, and Sharp beat it out.
Good job, Sharp!
Yeah.
Let's go, Mo. Push it, stick me in the ass one more time.
Give Sharp an infield single. And everything going the Bombers' way right now with Madison Moak stepping to the plate. First pitch to Moak, swing and a miss. Sharp's going to take second, so now Sharp is at second. Callahan's over there at third base. Looks like Helsing now has come in to run for Callahan, the catcher. So Helsing's in to run for Allie. No balls and 1 strike now to Moak. Swing and fouled back out of play.
You said 49 miles an hour.
So no balls and 2 strikes now to Madison Moak, and Moak's going to have to fight her way back into this count. The 0-2 pitch from Schaefer outside. It's going to be dribbled over the third baseman's head. That's going to be down for a base hit. Helsing's going to score. Helsing's going to score. Sharp's going to score. And the Bombers lead 6-0.
Way to go!
Moak didn't hit it hard, but she hit it in the right spot. Just dribbled it right over the third baseman's head. There's enough to give Madison Moak a single and 2 RBIs. 2 RBIs for Moak. And the Bombers have busted it open here 6-0. Vinson's going to step in and bat now, Meg Vinson.
Come on, Meg.
Vinson's the 9th hitter in the lineup. And Feisty's going to be on deck. Yeah. Pitch to Vinson, dribbled out in front of the plate. That's going to be trouble. Vinson will run. Almost beat it out by half a step. Little dribble out on the end of the plate. Vinson was just a little bit early. It's going to be 2-3 on the put out. It's going to be the second out of the inning that's going to bring in Lydia Feisty. Huh? No, that was a swing. She just hit it on the end of the bat. Swing and a foul right back out of play is Feisty. Feisty had a good day at the plate yesterday. A couple big hits, a triple. I know at one point Feisty had yesterday with the bases loaded. And so Feisty had a good day at the plate as well yesterday. Bombers hit the ball very well yesterday and have continued here this morning with a little help from the Sluggers pitchers. Bombers have jumped out here 6-0 in the top of the first inning. That pitch to Feisty is going to be called a strike.
Come on, Lydia.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Lydia. Little change up from Schaefer, misses way outside. I figured that's what that was. So Feisty now with an opportunity here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see what Schaefer gives her right down the middle. Feisty fouls it back out of play. Feisty recently committed to Lindenwood University up in St. Charles, Missouri. And that's about 20 minutes from her house. So Feisty won't have a very far commute next year for her softball career to continue at Lindenwood. That's going to be popped out of play. The first baseman's going to give a good chase. Couldn't get there. A lot of room here in foul territory as we're playing on a converted baseball field is what this is. And so there's plenty of room behind the backstop. The first baseman for the Sluggers gave a good chase and ran out of room.
100 feet of foul territory.
Yeah. So the pitch now to Feisty. It's going to be called a strike, and I'm not sure about that. Umpire rings up Feisty, and I'm not sure that was a good call, but that's one of those things there. I think the umpire was ready to get out of the inning. But a good inning for the Bombers it was. The Bombers put 6 runs on the board. A leadoff walk to Eister got things started. Gatlin reached on an arrow. Word was hit by a pitch. Helsing was hit by a pitch. Callahan had a triple and 3 RBIs. Sharp had a single and Moak had a single with 2 RBIs, and that's how the Bombers scored their runs in the first. So we move to the bottom of the first. 6-0 Bombers. Yeah.
That's my brother.
Carlisle. So Feisty now is going to come out and be the starting pitcher here for the Bombers against the Lady Sluggers.
Come on, Lydia.
Number 2, Callahan's going to be back behind the plate. Sharp's going to be at third base. Eister's at short. Gatlin's at second. Vinson's at first. It looks like Moak is in left field. Helsing is in center. And McKinley Jones is in right. That's the starting lineup defensively for the Bombers here. As we start the bottom of the first inning, number 3, Carlisle is going to be the leadoff hitter now for the Lady Sluggers. Feisty with a little blooper. It's going to be over the third baseman's head. Eister's going to chase it down. A nice play by Riley Eister, and that's how we get started. Good defensive play there for the Bombers. That's kind of the same ball that Moak hit a while ago for the Bombers, and it found the hole for the Bombers, and Eister was able to catch this one and take a hit away from the Sluggers.
Let's go, Lydia.
Yeah, number 6 is going to step in now. This is the first baseman. This is going to be Michael Lee Clay. Clay, the number 2 hitter in the lineup for this Sluggers team.
What happened there? Can I look down?
Ball in the dirt.
Hit the ground. That's a lot. That's an E2. Then.
So Clay, the number 2 hitter now for the Sluggers. The pitch from Feisty, little screwball, misses outside. Huh?
How do you know it's a screwball from her body movement?
From her body movement, the way she throws it, and where the pitch ends up, basically, because she's jumping out here to this side, trying to throw it to the outside part of the plate. You can see with the way she with the windup and the way she jumps out, you can tell what she's throwing. And then it's got that angle, you know what I mean? It's got that angle. Okay, she's here and she's throwing it here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she's working on that angle now to the left-handed batter to throw it away from her. So Feisty now is going to be behind in the count to Clay. Well, even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Important for the Bombers here now. Try to get out of this bottom of the first with no damage. Swing and a miss.
Yes, sir.
Feisty's got her first strikeout. You jump out on these teams 6-0 in the first inning. You want to come out in the bottom of the first now and make sure they don't score anything. You want to keep the sluggers off the board.
Called shutting them down.
Yeah, and taking the wind out of their sails early in the ball game. This is going to be number 22. This is going to be the pitcher for the slugger, Schaefer.
Even that camera, I don't like that. I see we got way too much light.
22, Schaefer. You posted that thing on the Facebook page?
I did. The link's on Mississippi Bombers page.
Sorry, I was opened up that turkey meat out.
No, I took the leash off of it.
Oh,
Like, oh, I'm free.
no.
Look good, look good. The kid's 6'5", and he didn't call one across the letters.
So Schaefer's going to be ahead in the count now. I think it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss.
Yes, sir.
A nice pitch by Feisty. That was 59 miles an hour. Had a little giddy up and go on it there. Had a little pop in Callahan's mitt.
It's feisty.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Schaefer. Little change up
About
from,
44 miles an hour.
that was a little 44 mile an hour change up from Feisty. Good pitch. The batter here, Schaefer, is about 6 foot tall. So that last change up from Feisty was right at the letters and didn't get the call.
There's 2 of them.
3-2 pitch is going to be popped into play. It's going to be out in right field. Here comes McKinley Jones. Jones is going to be under it and make the catch. And 3 up and 3 down go the sluggers here in the bottom of the first. So a good inning by the Bombers. We head to the second inning. The Bombers lead 6-0. Who's our second game again today, you know?
It's supposed to be against,
Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Any more, you're going to get that fence in it.
well, it's supposed to be against the Atlanta Vipers.
All right.
But we were supposed to be playing Georgia Impact, so that could very much change.
These newer model Mevos, they won't stay zoomed in.
Yeah, it's crazy. You could just leave it right there, you'd be in good shape.
Is it going to stay? Bill told me his model, which is the same model as mine, which is not the model Tony has, will not stay zoomed. It ain't changed yet, has it?
Oh, let's just see if it changes.
Let me look at the view.
If you could leave it right there, you'd be in pretty good shape. You'd zoom out all that other area, and it's actually zoomed in on the batter and the pitcher a little bit better. If you don't touch it, it won't do that. It won't go away. So Eister now, who led the ball game off with a walk in the top of the first, now leads the top of the second off as the Bombers batted around in the first. A little bunt by Eister in front of the plate and no chance for Schaefer. A bunt single by Eister, and that ball stayed on the ground way too long. Schaefer, by the time Schaefer ran up and picked it up, Eister was at first base. So a bunt single for Eister. Eister doing her thing here in Alabaster, Alabama this morning. So Eister's been on base twice here in the first 2 innings, and is going to bring in Gatlin now.
It's zoomed in,
The
bro.
pitch from Schaefer is going to be popped up. That's going to be trouble. It's going to stay in the ball game, in the ball field, and the first baseman's going to come over and make a play. Gatlin's going to pop out in foul territory to the first baseman.
It's zoomed in.
Is it? Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah.
It's not clear, though.
Yeah, it's a little bit blurry.
There, it cleared up. There it goes. It cleared up. My phone just had to switch over. That's good, dude. It stays zoomed in.
Okay, yeah, good. As long as it stays zoomed in, I think as long as you don't touch it, it'll be okay. So McKinley Jones now is going to step in with 1 out. Eister at first base. She led the inning off with a bunt single. Gatlin just popped out to the first baseman, and now Jones bats. Little hard hit ball. It's going to get by the shortstop. That's going to be a single. A single for McKinley Jones.
On the field.
So the Bombers are cooking already here again in the second inning.
They're cooking with grease.
Runners at first and second with 1 out with Tessa Word now. Word's going to get a chance to hit this time because last inning Word was at bat with runners at second and third. They really didn't want to pitch to her. Ended up hitting her, just grazing her with a little pitch, and Word never got a chance to hit with runners on base, and she will here. The pitch from Schaefer, swing and a miss. Word was ready, and Word was being aggressive on the first pitch, and so that's a good sight for Word and the Bombers. No balls and 1 strike to Tessa.
Lay down on it.
Tessa's from North Alabama, a member of the Alabama Bombers, and picked up here with the Mississippi Bombers this weekend here in Alabaster, Alabama, which is just 20 minutes south of Birmingham. Word is committed to Northwest Florida State down in Destin, Florida, and that seems like a great place to go to school to me, is down in Destin.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, we may need to try to get some phone numbers and call them and see if they got any more openings. I wouldn't. Little line drive out to the shortstop. She's going to drop it. That's going to leave Eister out. Leave Eister hung out to dry. And so Eister's going to be out on the force play. And it's going to be 2 outs in the inning. So Word's going to get the first base with a fielder's choice. Eister's going to be thrown out at third, 6-5 for the second out. And now Jones is at second, Word is at first for Helsing. Helsing's going to come to the plate. Helsing was hit by a pitch in the first inning. First pitch now to Carly. Misses way up high. 1 ball and no strike. Helsing, the center fielder for the Bombers, looks at the next pitch. 2 balls and no strikes.
I don't blame her though, Jay.
So 2-0 pitch from Helsing is going to be lifted into left field in foul territory. The left fielder is going to come over and make the play, and that's going to end the inning. 3 outs in the inning. Bombers leave 2 runners stranded on base. Move to the bottom of the second, and the Bombers lead the Sluggers 6-0.
I just made an order from the fence clip this morning. I forgot you wanted some of those tether clips.
Huh?
I forgot you wanted some of those tether clips.
All like that?
Yeah, they're only $4.
On Amazon?
No, thefenceclip.com.
Oh, okay. I need to look them up.
I'll send you the link. I ordered another swivel arm this morning. Tennis so I could get one for Christmas.
Did she?
Okay.
$24.
I need the next batter, write it down, and then
The
tell me what
next
they
batter.
do. Yeah, on the other. Let me know because I got
That guy over there is funny, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Making me laugh out here on a Sunday morning in Birmingham, Alabama. Number 8 is going to be the leadoff hitter now for
shot.
the Sluggers. And wouldn't you know it, I don't see a number 8 anywhere on the brochure. Got 15 players listed on here, but no number 8. And so number 8, whoever she is going to be the leadoff hitter to start the bottom of the second inning. The Bombers lead 6-0. Feisty's back out on the mound for the Bombers. Same defensive lineup on the infield and the outfield. That pitch is going to hit her. Feisty come in with a screwball on the inside part of the plate. Hit the batter, number 8, in the knee.
Second pitch hitter.
Hit by pitch.
Grayson.
And this is going to bring in number 2 now.
Ball. Ball.
Number 2 is going to be Alyssa Wade. So Wade will bat now with a runner at first base. The pitch from Feisty, called strike right at the knees. Nice pitch by Lydia. No balls and 1 strike to Wade. Here's the pitch from Feisty, fouled straight back. Now Wade's quickly in the hole here. No balls and 2 strikes. The Bombers do have another game here this afternoon in this Birmingham Bolts tournament down here in Alabaster, Alabama. They play again at 3:30 against the Vipers. And so 2 ball games here today. The Bombers played 3 yesterday, won 2, lost 1. The Bombers can win this game here from the Sluggers. At least be guaranteed to have a winning weekend here in Alabaster. There's been a showcase tournament, 5 games, all scheduled, all been pretty much on time. So one of the things you get with the showcases is you get a schedule, you know what time you're playing, you know basically about what time the game's going to be over.
You know who you play.
You know who you play, and there's no
Where you play.
ifs, ands, or buts about what's going to go on for the weekend, and it kind of makes it a little bit more convenient for everybody. So Feisty had Wade no balls and 2 strikes and ends up come back and walks her. And not what you wanted there if you're Feisty, but she does have a 6-0 lead here to work with. And so now a hit by pitch and then a base on balls have give the Sluggers runners at first and second. In steps number 23. 23 is going to bat with runners on base here, and this is going to be Bianca Ward. Called strike.
Yeah.
So Ward bats now with runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch from Feisty. Misses on the outside part of the plate. One ball and 2 strikes now to Ward. Called strike. That was a screwball on the inside part of the plate. Ward tried to jump back out of the way, and umpire called it a strike. So a big strikeout for Feisty, and that's a right time to get one. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Feisty picks up her second strikeout of the ball game. Number 13 now is going to be the batter. This will be Armin, Gracie Armin. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Armin. That was a really nice pitch by Feisty, and she didn't get the call. I would have loved to have seen where that one was located.
You got it, Lydia.
A 2-1 pitch now from Feisty. Swing and a miss on a high rise ball. Looked like maybe a rise ball or a screwball that ran up and away from
Here this go.
Armin.
You got to make sure you see the ball.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The pitch from Feisty. Change up down low in the dirt.
Good job.
It's going to be 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Armin. And Feisty's got to come over with her best pitch here. Going to try to avoid any more trouble. Challenger with a 6-0 lead. Avoid the walk. Swing and a miss. She struck her out on a screwball. So back-to-back strikeouts by Feisty. After basically 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a base on balls, 2 walks. Now Feisty comes back with 2 strikeouts.
You ready to toss the ball?
2 outs in the inning with 2 runners on base. Pitch from Feisty. They wanted outside. It was a little pickoff play at first.
She went to third.
The runner at second moves over to third as it got away from Gatlin just a little bit, enough to give the runner time. And so now the Bombers had set that up as a pickoff play. It just didn't quite work out that particular time. So now 1 ball and no strikes. Runners at first and third. The pitch from Feisty, swinging and fouled back.
It's not an error on anybody.
I'm just gonna put it on.
This is number 10. 10 at the plate is McAllister, Riley McAllister from Georgetown, Kentucky. Little foul tip. McAllister was trying to bunt here with 2 outs. Fouled it back to the screen. So Feisty now is going to be ahead here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Feisty now steps on the rubber. She's got her signal from the dugout. The 1-2 pitch misses up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Roll, Tide, roll. A 2-2 pitch now from Feisty. Up high, same pitch. Missed high, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, Lydia, you got this.
Feisty trying to work her way through the 2nd inning. Hold on to this 6-0 Bomber lead. Big pitch here now for Feisty to get out of the inning. A 3-2 delivery. Called strike on the inside part of the plate.
That's 3.
Struck her out. So Feisty, a hit by pitch to start the inning. A base on ball. 2 runners on and nobody out. And Feisty comes by and strikes the next 3 batters out. Feisty and the Bombers are out of the bottom of the 2nd. We head to the 3rd with a 6-0 Bomber lead.
I know it's in a bad spot. Ain't it? I mean, why is it even there? They're all, what, the 4.5, 5 feet apart, all the way up to the top, and they got this extra ball right here, eyeball level. It just like makes about as much sense having these holly bushes behind home plate. I can understand if you have some high bleachers behind home plate. Oh, I know. But they can run out and they can run 100 feet and catch them in foul territory. Or they can catch one over the fence, but they can't come over this temporary backstop. Y'all driving all night? Or how long is y'all from here? 3 hours?
Oh, yeah, it won't be no more than 3 hours.
About time to drive to the house.
Yeah, straight down 65.
Did you have somebody check out today?
No, I had nobody in there the last couple of weeks.
Losing money.
November and December don't
Oh,
you
really?
don't have a whole lot of rentals.
Oh, why? Oh, cool.
So Callahan now step in to lead off the top of the third. The Bombers lead 6-0 here against the Lady Sluggers team. Swing and lifted into left field is Callahan. That's going to be caught. First pitch swinging is Callahan. This time didn't quite work out for her like it did last time. Last at bat, Callahan had a triple with 3 RBIs. This time she flies out to the left fielder. It's going to bring in Sharp now, Cameron Sharp. Sharp had an infield single and scored a run her first time at bat. Pitch now from Schaefer. Hit hard into center field. That's trouble. Back goes the center fielder. Hits the bottom of the fence. Sharp's going to cruise into second base with a double. Sharp hit it about as hard as she can hit it. Hit the bottom of the fence in the air and was robbed of a home run just by a couple of more feet. But Sharp gave it a good ride. A nice job by Cameron Sharp, who's actually a member of the 16U Missouri Bombers team, who's been playing with the Bombers all fall here, seems like the last 3 tournaments. And Sharp's a good little ball player. Little bunt here by Moak, and now Moak's going to beat that out. And Sharp's going to go to third, so a bunt and run for the Bombers. A bunt single for Madison Moak. A little bunt and run action for the Bombers.
Base before they.
Runners at first and third for Vincent now. Vincent's going to step in. Need a big hit here now from Meg Vincent. See if she takes a pitch and tries to get Moak to second base. First pitch called a strike.
She don't want to swing it down anyway.
So Moak's on at first, and let's see if there's a hit and run action here with Vincent at the plate. Swing and fouled back out of play.
Out of play.
So Vincent's going to be in the hole here, no balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, man, get mad. Smoke it.
No balls and 2 strikes now to Vincent. Vincent's got to move the ball here. At least a ground ball to the right side and to be able to get Sharp in from third. 0-2 pitch now. Called strike on the outside part of the plate, and Vincent's going to strike out.
Come on, Lydia.
So Vincent strikes out. That's the second out of the inning. Sharp still at third, Moak at first. It's going to be Feisty now at the plate. Swinging a hard hit ball to the shortstop. She's going to come up and throw Feisty out at first. And just like that, the inning's over. 6-3 on the put out. Bombers leave 2 more runners stranded on base. They head to the bottom of the third. The Bombers lead 6-0.
That boy ain't gonna be able to talk tomorrow.
You're right. What'd he say?
Make it hard on this batter right here.
Make it hard on this paddle, put it in the right spot.
Make it hard. You look tired, Steve.
Man, I didn't sleep good last night.
I did. Shot.
The Bombers lead 6-0 as we start the bottom of the third. Number 12, Trinity Bridges, is going to be the leadoff hitter here for this Lady Slugger team. First pitch from Feisty is going to be called a strike. So no balls and 1 strike to Bridges, and we're underway here in the bottom of the third inning. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes here to Bridges. Pitch from Feisty misses down low. A good 0-2 pitch by Lydia. Tried to see if she could get Bridges to chase it. She laid off of it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 from Feisty. There's that screwball again, and I'm not sure why that wasn't a strike. I guess maybe just a little bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Bridges. Feisty out on the mound working with a 6-0 lead here. So good pitch right there. The umpire gave Bridges 1 pitch, but he didn't give her another one, and Bridges is going to strike out. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Lydia Feisty. 5 strikeouts in the ball game. Number 9 is going to step in now, and number 9 is Isabel Roachmont from Lexington, Kentucky. So Roachmont's the batter here, swing and a miss. And Feisty now is just dealing. Straight dealing here is Lydia Feisty with a 6-0 lead, and Feisty can just rear back and chunk it now. Little Roachmont there's going to show a bunt, pull it back. Pitch from Feisty called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Roachmont. Feisty's got the signal. She's ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. Feisty looks like a riverboat gambler dealing cards here.
Dealing.
Five
Dealing.
strikeouts in a row. 6 for the game for Feisty. Number 3 is going to step back in now. This is Carlisle. This is the top of the lineup for the Lady Sluggers. A little bloop out to Eister, and Carlisle did the same thing as she did her first at bat. A pop up to Eister, and that ends the inning. 3 up and 3 down for the Bombers. We head to the 4th. The Bombers lead 6-0. So we start the top of the fourth inning, a 6-0 Bomber lead. Eister's going to step in and lead off. First pitch swinging. A hard hit ball by Eister. The first baseman knocked it down, came back and beat Eister to the bag just by a hair. Umpire rung her up. That's a good play by the first baseman. Eister's going to be out, 3 unassisted. A really good play by the first baseman. Eister hit that ball hard. The first baseman knocked it down, did what she was supposed to do, picked it up, and then beat Eister. It might have been the hardest thing is to beat Eister to the bag, and she beat her to the bag just by a half a step. Now another hard hit ball by Gatlin. The second baseman makes the play. And so 2 hard hit balls by the Bombers, nothing to show for it here.
2 pitches, 2 outs. Huh?
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 outs for Schaefer. So Jones's goal here is don't swing at the first pitch. You got to make Schaefer work just a little bit here in the top of the fourth inning. 2 outs quickly. First pitch to Jones, misses outside. The 1-0 pitch, big swing by Jones, fouled back. Jones a little bit early. Got it on the end of the bat.
Radar's connected, but it's not registering anything.
1 ball and 1 strike now to Big Show Jones. Pitch from Schaefer, called strike. Swing and a deep fly ball. That's going to be a home run. Jones crushes it over the right center field fence. And that was a no-doubter as soon as it left the bat of McKinley Jones. And so Jones hits her 2nd home run of the weekend, her 3rd home run of the fall. A solo shot by McKinley Jones. It makes it 7-0. So finally, with the 3rd hard hit ball of the inning, the Bombers finally get a run. A solo shot by McKinley Jones. Here comes Word now. Tessa Word. That's a fouled straight back. Word was ready to jump on one as well. No balls and 1 strike now to Tessa. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Same pitch, same spot, same result. Ball number 2 for Schaefer. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Tessa. Swing and a fly ball out to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to be under it, make the play, and that's going to end the inning. The Bombers do pick up 1 more run, a solo shot. Home run blast by Jones. And the Bombers lead 7-0, headed to the bottom of the 4th. Oh. He's going to have a sore throat tomorrow.
100%.
So a new pitcher here for the Bombers to start the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be 33, Tessa Words, going to come in relief of Feisty. Feisty had a very good outing, went 3 innings, struck out 6, gave up no runs. And now Words going to come in here and try to finish it off. The first batter for the Sluggers here is going to be number 6, Clay. Clay struck out her first time up. Now she bats for the first time here against Word. Same defense behind Word here, so just swapped out the pitchers. Everything else remained the same. And Callahan's back behind the plate. A little screwball from Word runs away from Clay. Strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes now to Clay. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for this Sluggers team. A little ground ball right back to Word. Word's going to go to first. It's going to be 1 out. 1-3 on the put out. It's a good start now for Word. Number 22, Schaefer, is going to come in and bat now. The number 3 hitter in the lineup. She's also the pitcher here for this Lady Slugger team. So pitcher versus pitcher here between Schaefer and Word. The first pitch now to Word is going to be a strike right down the middle.
You got it, Tessa? Yeah.
Swing and a miss by Schaefer. Now Word's ahead here. No balls and 2 strikes. Little rise ball from Word misses up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Schaefer the batter. Schaefer had a fly out to McKinley Jones in right field her first time up. It's her first at bat against Tessa Word. Swinging a deep fly ball. That's going to be trouble. Back over the fence. That's going to be a home run for Schaefer. And the Lady Sluggers are on the board with a solo shot from Schaefer. It's now a 7-1 ball game. That was a no-doubter. A no-doubter from Schaefer as soon as it left the bat. So Word's going to get handed another ball. And it's going to bring in number 8. And this is the player we didn't have a name on. So number 8's going to step in. She was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. And now she faces Tessa Word here in the 4th.